What if I told you I could teach you Git concepts using a video game called dinkum? First off, what is Git anyways? Git is a program that many programmers use to track changes. Dinkum is a Australian life sim created by James Bindon, and it's just freaking amazing. It's still in early access, but it's so much fun. You can do building, mining, fishing, hunting, foraging. There's so many things that you can do, and the creativity is just endless. It's kind of like Animal Crossing. It has a lot of the similarities of Animal Crossing, and you can just build and decorate to your heart's content. I definitely recommend you check out the link in the description to pick up a copy today. There's just so many hours you can get out of it. All right, let's get into some training, shall we? While I could go into some very detailed stuff for today's video, I'm just going to keep it simple and go over some really basic concepts of Git. This island, for all intents and purposes, is just going to be our workshop. It's going to be like our desk. Now, as we're working, right, we have these changes. I'm just going to use some seeds here. We got a couple of things that we're working on. Think about the red seeds as things that were taken away and the green seeds as things that we're adding. This wooden crate here is going to be a commit. For this wooden crate, I'm going to grab my changes again, and I'm going to open this up. So I can take some of these changes here and put them in my box. And now I have what's known as a staging area. So we haven't actually finished anything yet. We're just putting things into a box. As this is our very first commit, we're just going to consider it as sort of a, well, it's just the first one. Once I close the box, it's going to be frozen in time. So now we're ready to do another commit. And what we're going to do is we're going to signify the concept of a main branch with a path. So for our next commit, we're going to be adding a little bit more. I'm going to open this up. This time, I don't need to actually remove anything. I'm just going to be adding some changes here. Then we're going to go ahead and we'll commit again. This box is frozen in time. Let's talk about branches. A branch is nothing more than an extension of our current code base. We're going to put another commit out here. We're going to consider this a side project. Maybe we're adding a feature, maybe we're fixing something, but we don't want to affect the existing code base. So we're going to go ahead and we'll commit that. For this new branch, we're going to use a different color. We're going to use red. So for this next tutorial, we're going to talk about merges versus rebases. We have our feature branch, which extends here and has 3 commits. Our main branch only has 2. When we do a merge, what Git actually does is it creates another commit, it marries the 2 together, and then you can see the history is like so. This commit and this commit are married by this commit. That's what's known as a merge commit. A commit with multiple parents is typically a merge commit. A commit with multiple children means that it's a commit that has many branches that are stemmed off of it. As dinkum has a day-night cycle, where in the nighttime I added in some flames. And also for mosquitoes. Not the mosquitoes biting dinkum. But what we're going to do though is I'm going to show you what a rebase looks like in real time on Git. One of the first things you'll have to do, as I'm standing on my commit right now, I have it checked out. So a rebase replays the history on top of another branch. I have my feature branch here, and while I could merge it, let's say for argument's sake that we work in a team and we've had a couple more commits to this branch. If I were to merge it, which is perfectly fine, it would create another commit right here. What I want to do instead is I want to update my current branch with the changes of the main branch, which is the branch here in green. What a rebase does is it takes the latest change here and it reapplies them one by one, literally in sequence, on this base branch. My branch is now based off of this commit here in main, and these commits that were here no longer exist because they've been rebuilt on top of this branch. What I showed you earlier was a typical merge where a new commit is created. But what we're going to show you right now is probably the cleanest merge you can ever have, which is a fast forward merge. I have my changes rebased off of this commit here, and I want to merge my new changes into this branch here. Git one by one just moves the line up, and it all happens within milliseconds, of course. And now everything is all copacetic. I didn't want to get too deep into this because I know Git is not familiar to a lot of people. If you are a Git user and you appreciated this tiny tutorial, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment, tell me what you thought, and let me know if there's any other kind of Git concepts that you'd like to know more about. I'll point out that my namesake, the name on my channel, is all about commits that have broken code. That's what's known as an offending commit. Until next time, I'll catch y'all later. Bye!